She thought suspending 5 departments would make her a queen, but instead, she nuked the entire system and got fired in front of everyone after just 3 days of pretending to be the boss. It started on a normal Monday. I work in tech, not the sexy kind where you build rockets or whatever, but the practical kind. I'm part of a mid-sized retail tech chain called Beaconworks. Our team handles all the back-end systems, servers, inventory, point of sale. If it plugs in, we keep it breathing. Now, our real manager, Bob, had just left for his anniversary vacation, a well-earned 2-week cruise in the Caribbean. And our regional director, Joe, was out with pneumonia. 2 good guys, completely offline. That left us under the temporary command of Karen Judson. Karen's not her real name, but it fits. She's the assistant manager, the type that's always hovering behind your desk, pretending she's part of upper management. She lives to write people up. Left a water bottle on your desk? That's a safety hazard. 5 seconds late from lunch? Non-compliance. The kind of woman who says, "I'm not here to make friends," and means it. Day 1. She's posted up at the front door with a clipboard. Anyone who clocked in after 9 o'clock? Immediate write-up. Even though half the team usually trickled in between 9:01 and 9:05, no one dared that day. We knew she was gunning for control, and we braced ourselves. She zoomed in on George first, a friend of mine, quiet guy, solid worker. She hit him with 5 separate write-ups by noon. Phone use, messy desk, excessive blinking, or something. I'm not even joking. She was like a shark smelling blood. Day 2, she turned her sights on Michelle, the sweetest soul alive. Michelle's the type who apologizes when you bump into her. Karen confronted her over nothing, and when Michelle looked confused and asked, "Sorry, what did I do?" Bam, talking back. Complaint filed. Karen then gathered us for a meeting and launched into a monologue about how she wasn't being respected because she was a woman in power. We just stood there in awkward silence. That night, I had enough. I messaged everyone in our team's private group chat. New strategy. Do your work. No talking to Karen. 0 interaction equal 0 excuses. Everyone agreed. We called it Operation Grey Rock. Just nod, type, and disappear. Day 3 was chaos. We all clocked in sharp. Karen lurked, waiting for confrontation, but we gave her nothing. Midday, she stormed over to the HR systems team and started yelling at Tim, a guy who literally scripts back-end security protocols. She demanded answers. Tim stayed silent. So did the entire department. That's when she shouted, "You're all suspended for insubordination." I kid you not. She suspended an entire department because they didn't talk to her. They packed up and left without a word. Then Karen came for us. She stomped into our tech bay like she was storming Normandy. "You're now responsible for the suspended team's workload," she snapped. We stared at her, then went back to typing. Her face turned beet red. She climbed on a chair, I swear, and started counting down from 10 like we were school children. 10, 9, 8. We'd prepped for this. Everyone had their bags half-zipped. When she hit 1, we all stood, logged out, and walked right past her. "You're all suspended." No one flinched. Turns out, she pulled the same stunt with 5 of the 6 departments. The only one she didn't suspend was customer service, probably because they brought her coffee. Day 4. We're all at home, watching Netflix, When Bob, our actual manager, finally returns from vacation and calls asking why the building's half empty, we tell him everything. He's silent for a second, then says, "Get in. Emergency meeting, now." We walk into that boardroom like soldiers coming back from a war zone. Karen's already sitting at the table, smug as ever, sipping some green tea like she just saved the company. Bob walks in, and behind him is Joe, patched up and fresh out the hospital. Karen freezes. Bob doesn't raise his voice. He just starts reading. Suspended departments, HR systems, payroll, inventory control, DevOps, tech compliance, all within 48 hours. He looks at her. On what authority? Karen stutters something about hostile environments and uncooperative staff. Joe cuts her off. So your solution was to shut down 5 key systems without alerting anyone. Bob drops the real hammer. We lost $53,100 in revenue and inventory discrepancies in 6 hours. The servers weren't put on auto mode. We lost data. Karen's mouth opened, but no words came out. I stood up, and I'll admit, I'd been dreaming of this moment. I said, "Sir, every move we made was by the book. Every command Karen gave us, we followed exactly. Every suspension, every write-up, we recorded. She never escalated any of it up the chain. She just wanted to show she was boss." Karen spun to me, eyes wide. "You?" Joe raised a hand. "Enough, we've heard enough." And in front of the entire staff, Karen Judson was terminated. Right there. She tried to argue, said it was discrimination, said she had leadership potential, but Bob calmly handed her a folder. Inside were statements from every department head, screenshots from our internal logs, time-stamped messages. It was game over. She stormed out crying, muttering about lawsuits. Nobody clapped. Nobody cheered. We just stood there. And as she left, Joe turned to us and said, "Friday's a paid day off. Go rest. You've earned it." And I left that room feeling nothing but cold satisfaction. Not because she got fired, but because she did it to herself. All we did was follow her lead, exactly the way she told us to. So who was really in the wrong here?